Actually, I was at Sydney United, Sydney Olympics ground today. I was at Belmore Sports Ground. I was doing team rugby league. So they were there. The main game was at 2:15, so I finished there, just came across. Just called us there, Is that for the bartenders? It is for bartenders, yeah.
Sounds worse your problems, that's the case.
That's it. Alright, let's do it. Testing 1-2, testing 1-2. Marconi heading into the 18-yard box. A shot just wide. The Stallions gallop up the ground. Yesic. Now Sekenis. Shot on target. Yorios Luka going forward for Sydney Olympic. Yeah, cool. Easy done. I'm Italian background, so I'm happy. I get my one Marconi game per year. I'm happy. Yeah. That's it. Just one in and I'm easy. Because this one was actually, some people drop out and then the coordinator puts it forward and is like, does anyone want a game? So I just picked this one up. I was like, oh, that looks handy. Yeah. Marconi and Sydney Olympic. Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah. Even though Sydney Olympic going terribly.
Yeah. Someone was saying the other day the table was like all the big Sydney clubs in the top 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like,
one of those
old. Only Olympic work.
Yeah, exactly.
Up there as well,
sort of
like,
keep the
all the old NSL clubs.
Yeah, for sure. They brought in on if you saw that Australian Championship. That interview thing, that'd be pretty handy to call. Yeah.
So it needs to sort of eventually be a year-long thing.
I think so.
Like it's an actual second division competition. It's funny how much Australian football and English rugby league have in common.
When you think about it,
when you look at like the issues that both are going through, trying to be not bigger than what they are, but trying to be their best version of themselves, kind of thing, the kids aren't going to be number one nationally, commercially.
Correct. Yes.
But you should be doing a lot better than what you're at the moment.
But you know what? Even you didn't have to say anything for me to know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, you
like
can sort of.
It's clubs for self-interest.
Yes.
Leagues that it's the governing bodies that don't take control because of that.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's a lot of egos and
they don't want to disrupt the clubs and the owners.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas you look at an EPL or an NRL or even an AFL where you have a strong governing body, but they still take feedback from clubs. Correct. They compensate them when they want to do something.
That's right. Yeah.
Out of the block. Like they say, hey, we want you to take a game to, say it was in the Super League, they said, hey, we want you to take a game to Dublin for St Patrick's weekend.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to lose a gate taking, but we'll give you both $500,000 each, which will cover that and your costs, and we'll throw in some marketing, and ideally you'd make at least $2 million from the gate. That way it pays for itself.
Yeah, because it's novelty,
Whereas the club's like, oh no, we're going to lose a home game.
Yeah, that's right.
Lose a home game.
We're happy to do it for the away games.
Or you're going to lose a home game where you get 3,000 people to it.
I totally get it. Yeah. Yeah, nice. We got what it deserved, to be honest.
It's like you keep wanting a national centre of excellence, which there should be a home base of some sort. But it's like, the government never give us anything. All your clubs are big enough that you shouldn't have the government's money. Like you look at Cronulla, they want government funding to rebuild their stadium. So when you own your stadium, I'd be doing it yourselves. Like what's the name of Dolphins, Redcliffe.
Yeah, Redcliffe Dolphins.
They built a whole
Leagues club behind the stadium.
But they built a whole big 6,000 seat grandstand behind the goal area for about $8 million, about $10 million. With dressing sheds. And they renovated a few nearby playing fields on top of it. As the whole part of the whole deal. And they managed to do that for like a couple of million because they did it privately themselves.
Correct. That's
they raised their own funds.
They
raised their own funds, got their own builders in. I'd be wanting as minimal government.
Even if you were to ask where that home base would be, I reckon 10 different clubs would say different answers in terms of where it should be.
And everyone
should it be in Queensland, should it be in Melbourne, should it be in Victoria?
And everyone tells me like, it should be something like what the Wanderers have. Add it to the Wanderers. They're not using those fields all the time. Add to it.
that's hard as well because a lot of it, not that it makes too much of a difference, but a lot of the guys aren't even based in Australia anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll only be for like
It's
2-3 week window or whatever.
Like the New South Wales Rugby League Centre of Excellence, at least referees use it.
Yes.
The junior teams use it. I think the para referees train there.
Yeah. I mean,
women's
Football New
games
South Wales do that
there.
well. They've got the Valentine Sports Park as their hub, and if they can't sort of plug the gap, that's where everything is.
So
And I think people know that. Yeah.
I suggested to someone on Twitter the other day that if you're out in Brisbane, see if you can get a like a 99-year lease off QSAC, you know, the athletics, the old Brisbane Broncos ground.
Yep.
Because no one's using that, not for 60,000 seats.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could easily downgrade that, put in a few extra pitches, and still have a nice little 15,000 seat stadium there.
Yeah.
And then someone said, yeah, but it's not near any transport and it's too hard to get to for game days. I'm like, it's not for game days.
No,
it's not for
special events.
Yeah, it's for maybe the odd Brisbane Roar game if they can't play the same court.
Correct, yeah.
Which again, you're probably only expecting 10,000 to that. So
correct, yeah.
Plenty of parking.
So it wouldn't be bad to repurpose.
And it's like a lot of these academy grounds. It's going to have buses of teams turning up for flying in over the state. So you've got a national championship or something.
Well, there was a real opportunity there with the Olympics coming as well. They've got to build something, but I don't know that they will.
But again, there's look how much stuff we got written off here.
Yeah, true.
In the Sydney Olympics where they just build stuff for the sake of it.
Correct, yeah.
We got that joint out at Burnside, across the road from the Wanderers.
Yes, yes.
Where the Giants are supposed to have moved in.
Yeah, that's right. The name of
Sydney Thunder or whatever is supposed to have played there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it sits there getting used for Academy AFL games, which is great, but that doesn't need a 6,000 seat grandstand.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That's the problem when you do get involved with governments getting involved. And plus they usually take an ownership of it, so look at Parramatta Stadium, I think Penrith Stadium, that used to be Penrith Council owned it,
yes.
And now the New South Wales government's rebuilding it,
yes.
They're going to take over ownership. So they might turn around and say, oh, we're going to have a concert here on Monster Truck Madness or something, so you guys are going to play away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay, so it becomes a public.
So you lose.
Yeah. It's a public space then, yeah.
You end up losing probably more than you gain out of it.
I'm on team this. Let's go.
What time's kick-off? Is it 7 or 7:10?
7. So I've heard anyway.
Yeah, I was told 7, and then Eric was talking about tonight's games during the call this afternoon, and he mentioned that this one kicks off at 7:10.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, it's looking more like that because the players are going to come out for warm-up.
Yeah.
Unless they don't, and they just come straight out. Well, there's a few grounds behind this.
There's a team running around out there.
Yeah, so they might just...
Although they usually warm up on this field.
Yeah, I think they do as well.
The sprinklers usually kick on.
And you support Penrith and Rugby League?
Tigers.
Tigers, yeah. It's a clean trot, but getting better.
Yeah. Definitely on track.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Plus, that's a proper rebuild too. Like, it should take years.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
Look at the Dragons. They haven't gone off the ground. Every time they look like they've rebuilt, they only half do it, and they sort of sit.
And they're just, popping up and down. But yeah, they're just really bottomed out.
Whereas at least we've bitten the bullet and gone, right, this is going to be our coach.
Yeah.
This is our philosophy. We're putting players in.
Yeah.
We'll buy...
Hey, Jeff. Hello. Hey, again. How's things going? Yeah, well, thanks. How you doing?
We'll buy 6 marquee players and build around it.
How you going? Good, thanks. How are you? Good, thanks. How are you?
Go into there.
You going to come sit down?
No, I'm going to sit downstairs.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got the little room. Yeah.
It took me an hour to find Yeah, I was doing the game. It's like parking here. Unbelievable.
There's dinner, a wedding, and football. So
Unbelievable.
take your pick.
What more could you want?
Just go to the wedding after. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, good call. I'll listen to you downstairs.
All right, thank you, Joe.
On the thing.
All right,
Stay cold up here for me.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you half time.
Absolutely.
Used to spend a lot of nights here, especially when the World Cup's on.
Yes, yes.
It's a great live site in the. I assume the room's still down there, the big auditorium
Yeah, yeah.
downstairs, big screens.
True.
I think they've done enough actually. If you go across.
We come in and watch games at 2 or 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then you have a big breakfast afterwards.
Oh yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Enough of that.
didn't matter if you didn't win, you still had a good night out. But the wins made it even better.
Yeah.
I think our games this year are morning, aren't they? About 10 a.m, midday?
Yeah, I think so. I think it works out pretty well in
Yeah.
America. Yeah, it might be around midday. Yeah.
It's Coach K, on SEN.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. I was up here with Alex one day and he said to me, he goes, "Oh, you recognise that voice?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can't put a name to it. I've heard it that many times."
today.
Yeah.
Hopefully that means I'm not getting them.
Pretty cleaners, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Tank walls up and about.
It's Kennis as well.
Yeah. I do miss that Costanzo a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a good little link, especially in that top corner whenever they're going that way.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But Quaggo's good.
Yeah, I think we're going to straight on.
Because he floats around, he sort of finds,
Moves in between.
yeah, like instead of just staying in his spot, he'll go looking for the ball and come in.
There's a lot of goals.
Yeah.
It's very, it's good coaching.
Like you'll find him down here around the sort of midfield.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the ball goes to the far side, and all of a sudden he's in the box, like finishing something off. And you think, how do you get there? Like,
Exactly. You weren't there a second ago.
yeah.
Yeah. Might be a bit slippery. The sprint is going.
It's funny, I always think that, and then,
It's pulls up.
yeah, it just sucks it dry. Just,
Yeah.
It's a pretty hard surface. We played rugby league on it before,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like hard.
Yeah.
Which is good if you're doing long kicks because they'll bounce.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
But getting tackled on it, not fun.
Blue one's ready to go. Where is he?
I'll just double check. Sometimes we're muted anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
It's that one already.
It's a good evening from Marconi Stadium, where we reignite one of the fiercest rivalries in NPL New South Wales men's football. The Marconi Stallions host Sydney Olympic in a traditional derby to continue round 14. I'm Tony Slono. It's great to have your company on the NPL New South Wales YouTube channel. The Stallions return home looking to make it 5 straight wins, while Olympic come to town languishing at the bottom of the table. Marconi can't afford to be complacent. They know in these games the ladder doesn't matter, and the Blues will be scrapping to get a result. Awaiting the arrival of both sides onto Marconi Stadium. This, the main event of 4 big games already on the NPL New South Wales YouTube channel. So far, scoreless draw between the Wanderers and Wollongong. SD Raiders and Northwest Sydney Spirit also played out a 0-0 draw. A win last night for Manly against UNSW. The NPL match of the round coming to a close very shortly. Apia taking on Sydney United 58. And on 84 minutes, Apia the 2-1 lead. So tight at the top of the table. With this result, Apia could jump to first on the ladder. And then Marconi could very easily jump into second if Sydney United 58 were to go down to Apia and Marconi Stallions pick up all 3 points tonight. We'll have to wait to see how that one plays out. The ladder so tight at both ends. Sydney Olympic on 7 points in 16th. Not where we're used to seeing them. They're 3 points behind St George City on 10 points. And also Blacktown City on 10. Both of those sides play tomorrow. So Sydney Olympic would love to apply the pressure. Hasn't been a great season so far for the Blues. Coaching change mid-April. Saw David Magrone relieved of his duties, being replaced by Michael Melito. They have got a win since Melito has been in charge. A victory against UNSW a couple of weeks ago. Jorlos Luka was the man who scored the match winner. He's not playing tonight, but they've got plenty of heavy artillery. Here comes Sydney Olympic sporting their gold away strip. Coming to screen in a moment. Marconi in the traditional sky blue. Ready to enter the fray. Two very proud clubs. NSL heavyweights have been NPL New South Wales for many years now. Australian Championship very recently as well. And they're about to write another chapter in their history. The referee's waiting on intently, ready to bring the players onto the ground. Referee tonight is Eric Saba. His assistants Amir Hossein Osnani and Oscar Waterson. The fourth official is Alexander Zaravnikovic. Both teams side by side. An important 3 points for two very different reasons. Marconi looking to keep pace with the ladder leaders, Sydney Olympic. Leading the line for Marconi once more. Teams going through the final formalities. Both teams deciding which way they're going to run, who's going to kick off. And Il Capitano will come over to give some final instructions to Marconi. The orange armband, he'll be key tonight. Marconi on a tear this season. Best goal difference. Scored the second most goals, only behind Apia. And you hear that theme music. You used to hear it in the 90s for the Chicago Bulls. Back in their golden years with Jordan, Pippen, and others. And Marconi, of course, have very high expectations of their team. It's Marko Jesic in the centre circle. We're almost away. Round 14 football. Marconi and Sydney Olympic. One of the great rivalries. Plenty of pride, plenty of heritage, and two teams who love to win. There is the opening whistle. Marconi go long from the start. Ball straight away dropping into midfield. Already on the attack. Let's take a look at those two sides. We'll start with the home side, Marconi. Joel Wade is in goals in jersey 1. Tyron Burney and Anton Milanaric. George Daniel and Ten Quol also start. Franco Maya. Damien Sekenis. Marko Jesic, we said the captain. And Matej Busek. Jack Armstrong also starting along with Quinton Blair. On the bench for Marconi, Cameron Windust, Adam Bulgaria, Daniel Osai, Pearson, Kasawaya, Oliver Yates, the backup goalkeeper. Sunday Yona also on the bench with Antonio Marvello. They're coached by Peter Sekenis. As they venture forward, Marconi, Tyron Burney, the right wing back. Sydney Olympic side, Josip Orlovic is in goals. He'll have a tough night tonight. Peter Polaitis is the captain. Josh Hong and Ziggy Gordon in defence. Ben Gierson, Josh De Silva and Yuto Fujita in midfield. Sebastian Kukaka, Marcus Fernandez, Bailey Callahan and Jun Young Kim. First venture forward for Marconi. Ball shadowed behind. It'll be a goal kick. So both teams feeling each other out. On the bench, Samuel Bozenjak, Max Luboric, Liam Saba. The backup goalkeeper is Anthony Carreras. Daniel Wong is on the bench, as is Lucas Williams and Brooklyn Malia. They are coached by Michael Milito. He's the interim coach, taking over. Third week in charge. Opening minutes here at the Palace. Great night for football. Nice dry track. Very little wind to speak of. Marconi love it. Front foot football. Nice switch from Maya. Snuffed out and into midfield for Olympic. Polite is returning from injury. He's been in the club since he was 9 years old, coming through the pathways. Of course, Sydney Olympic, proud Greek heritage. Polaitis of Greek heritage, the leader of the club. Still only young. Ball drops into midfield. And first free kick going the way of Marconi. So many attacking weapons for the home side. You look at the front line, Sekenis, Maya on the wing, and also Jesic in the middle, looking to feed them. George Daniel wins the free kick that time. George Daniel was a Sydney Olympic junior. There's quite a few ways these two teams cross over. Of course, the biggest one being the Marconi coach, Peter Sekenis. Playing 173 appearances for Sydney Olympic, the 90s. So Marconi knocking it around through Jack Armstrong that time. Unable to get any real control. Jack Armstrong, another one, previously for Sydney Olympic. Also played for Apia, so he knows very strong systems. Does the Marconi midfielder, Jack Armstrong. 4 minutes gone. No score between Marconi and Sydney Olympic. Expect the game to be physical. Both teams won't give each other an inch. Orlovic, long kick deep. Hong chipping it forward. Bounces to the feet of Maya. That ball intercepted. Olympic looking enterprising early. It's a promising start. And a free kick won by Olympic. Their first for the Knights. Bailey Callahan getting in a dangerous position. Of course, the ladder doesn't matter tonight. Olympic at the bottom. But Olympic knocked out Marconi in round 6 of the Hahn Australia Cup. So Olympic will move on at the end of May. So that's just to say, Olympic, it's a chance to pull their pants down again. Marcus Fernandez from the dead ball. Olympic, their best look so far. Really good range for a shot. Can the youngster Marcus Fernandez deliver? 4-man wall. Drives it underneath. Deflection. But safekeeping for Wade. Takes it safely. The Olympic, they can't go into their shell. Got to make sure they're fighting fire with fire. 10 Qual goes long. Jesic didn't want much to do with that one. It's Marconi, a 4-2 victory last week against the Sutherland Sharks. Came from 2-0 down and a strong second half. They finished really well. Did the Stallions, Milanaric, Maya, Qual, Sekenis, all on the score sheets. Playing wide and looking adventurous early. Fujita, the 31 for Olympic. The danger man for the Blues. They're, of course, in gold tonight. Don't get that mistaken. Sydney Olympic in the gold. Marconi in the light blue. Ben Gierson. Long throw into the box. Get it away momentarily. Jesic. Maya. Long ball forward to Kennis, always lurking. Gierson hooks it on. So Olympic. Last touch off Olympic, a ricochet. Couldn't do much about that one. Pukaka. Of course, we mentioned earlier today, 2 scoreless draws. And it was Apia who got a 2-1 win over Sydney United 58. Sekenis venturing forward. His first dangerous attempt. One-on-one with Ziggy Gordon. The experience of Gordon knocking it behind. Be a corner for Marconi. So that means Apia on top. Marconi can get within 1 of top spot with a win tonight. Plenty of incentive for Peter Sekenis' men. Franco Maya. Looking for players to aim at. Lanarich always finds himself in there. Short corner presented. Goes to the back stick. Header away momentarily. Looking forward, Qual. Going down just outside the box, and it'll be another corner. Got to be careful, Olympic. 10 Qual. Always bopping up in and around the box for opportunities. Olympic looking to defend the set piece. Marconi come again. Corner number 2. Referee just stopping a few shenanigans in the area. Corner drilled in. Get it away though. Marconi looking to recycle again. Bernie as the centre half. Too heavy, unable to keep that one in. The final game on this Saturday night, also kicking off over at St George. 1 minute gone, no score between St George City and Sutherland. Maya seeing a lot of the ball early. Franco Maya, the magic feet of Franco Maya. Ball long, putting it between his attackers. Gordon clears to safety, but all the territory and field position being enjoyed by the home side. Thought early on Marconi would dominate possession and Olympic would come back on the counter. Maya, now Tyron Burney, looking towards a corner flag. He's quick, Burney gets on the outside, squares it up. No one there in the middle. George Daniel opening up the ground. Sekenis, he wanted it back from him. Damien Sekenis, nice turn. Looking up, looking for Jesic, just skims his head off the post, and Burney couldn't put it away. A floating effort early. Olympic happy with their efforts, able to keep Marconi out. Geez, that was a really good opportunity for Marconi to hit at the scoreboard first. Looked like a shot, but just hovered for a while and then dipped. Another Marconi corner. Get her away on the follow-up. Qual. Mlinaric. Seemed like it was touched by Olympic. Sekenis looking to turn at the byline. And he's dispossessed. Cleared away by Olympic. How quickly can they turn this around? Marconi. Just over 10 minutes gone, no score. The Stallions with the better of the opportunity so far. Sekenis tried to land it on the head of his skipper. Maya. Long ball forward, looking for Sekenis. Puts it on a platter. Sekenis with the control, but couldn't get a good shot away. Orlovic swallows that one up. But the objective is clear. Franco Maya going to try and land those long balls at the feet of his strikers. Olympic, what can they do in possession? Look to starve the Stallions of the ball. They won't do it like that with turnovers. Jesic couldn't keep that one in. It'll be a throw for Olympic. These two teams part of the inaugural Australian Championship at the end of last year, taking some of the old NSL clubs along with winners from the various NPL competitions around the country. Marconi Stallions finishing second, defeated by South Melbourne of the NPL Victoria. 2-0 in the final. Sure, Marconi are getting pretty sick of Greek heritage clubs knocking them out of competitions. Mentioned South Melbourne claiming the Australian Championship from them. We got Sydney Olympic, knocked them out of the Hahn Australia Cup. They want redemption, do the Stallions. Tenqual. Long ball over the top. Waits for Maya, pretty much on the corner flag. And he's unable to control it. Goal kick. Stallions currently in third place, already 10 wins. Their first 14 games, of course, the top three well out in front. Moments ago, Apia took the lead in the race. Apia first, then Sydney United, and then Marconi nipping at their heels. And after that, there's quite a drop from the Wollongong Wolves. We're on 25 points. Marconi coming to this game on 31. They could extend that lead after Wollongong drew with the Wanderers. Opportunity beckoning here. Callahan has the Silver overlapping. Fernandez has been involved early on. GSN couldn't control the ball. So it's a throw. Olympic just unable to string the passes together at the moment. Maya under pressure, but super cool. Daniel. The press on from Olympic. Joel Wade, the goalkeeper, taking him over from James Hilton. Congratulations to him, getting an A-League start. Counter-attack from Olympic. This looks really promising. Getting in behind Kukaka. Into the box. Does a front flip. The referee happy with the contact. Tyrone Burney has to put it behind for a corner. That's just some of what Olympic can do. Trying to catch out the Stallions in defence. On 16 minutes. Olympic would love the opening goal. Sent a shock through Marconi. Drilled in low and knocked behind again by Armson that time. It'll be another corner. Olympic to deliver an in-swinger. Near post again. Awkward one. Ziggy Gordon got in front. Put back into the mixer. Kim watches that go out beside him. Gierson comes up. Going towards Fujita. And it was out. Couldn't keep the ball in. It's that they've got to improve, being able to knock the ball around a little bit, move this Marconi team around. So far, Marconi been dictating terms, but a nice counter moments ago. Maya in the release. Daniel goes along the carpet. One-on-one and a free kick, says the referee. George Daniel, slow to get back to his feet. Former Wanderers Academy products, George Daniel. Quite a few of these players coming from A-League academies. Wade, coming from Central Coast Academy. As of a number of players in Cam Windust and company. Free kick won by Marconi. Dangerous territory for Marconi to be operating in. $29 goals in their 14 games, Marconi. Just a bit better than 2 a game. Opportunity in a dangerous position for the Stallions. Wanted to look for Armson. Falls for Maya. Thought about catching it on the volley. Franco Maya bends the ball to Yesic. Oh, classy from the skipper. The first goal, time and time again. It's Marco Yesic. But how about that from Maya? Fake to shoot, then curl the ball to his captain, who nodded at home. Marconi 1-0. And that's just some of the flair from this Western Sydney side. The skipper, Marko Jesic, year after year, time after time, gets those opportunities and he buries them every time. The Marco's on fire chant from down underneath the grandstand, and few could argue. Great start from the skipper. Goal tally down from previous years, but of course, Damien Sekenis has been doing much of the goal scoring. But Jesic happy to chip in, as he did there, and take a 1-0 lead. Fujita turns the ball over. It'll be a throw for Marconi. So Sydney Olympic, they'll resolute for the first 20 minutes. Long throw, nodded into midfield. Nice use of the body from that man again, Franco Maya. Tyrone Burney, a lot of space on the right. Tenqual going all the way back. The goalkeeper, Joel Wade. Happy to knock it around Marconi. Lonaric finds Maya. Header into the middle. Tyrone Burney trying to size that one up. Giason coming in to defend. Keeping the ball in, and it'll be a throw for Olympic. Olympic just being strangled at the moment. Not given a moment to breathe. Marconi on the hunt for their second. Kukaka. And again, it's Sekenis. Shows good control on the ball, trying to turn. And wins a free kick. They want to go quickly, Marconi. On 22 minutes. Sekenis giving Maya instruction. Jesic waiting on the edge of the area. Franco Maya. Maybe a little bit far out to go direct. But we'll see how he goes. Maya bends it towards goal. The bounce awkward. Rodolovic does well enough to keep it safely. Olympic playing out from the back. That's better. Hong heading forward. He's dispossessed. But Olympic still keep it. Throw going the way of Olympic. The crowd doesn't like that one. Good attendance tonight at Marconi Stadium. Temperature starting to drop. Jostling for position. Callaghan wants it. Knocked back into midfield. And once again, it's at the feet of Marconi. Heading forward. Sekenis still a threat. And the danger's not averted. Marconi, numbers in the box. It's headed towards Sekenis. Falls for Burney. Now Jesic. The captain not done. He's shot blocked. Holding it up, Callaghan. Wants the free kick. The numbers game too strong, but he does win the foul. Switch. Giason heading into the middle. Fujita knocking the ball forward, looking for Kim. Maya, very nice pass for Bernie. Pinpoint from Franco Maya. He's got it on a string tonight. And Bernie could have done it better than that. Hong. On ball forward, but couldn't keep that one in. So Marconi will get it once more. 25 minutes gone. A goal for Marconi, and guess who? Marko Jesic. The man with the header. On 20 minutes. Long throw from Bernie. Gordon. Plenty of A-League experience with the Central Coast Mariners and Western Sydney Wanderers. Ziggy Gordon had the captain's armband for a number of years there when Labino Haliti was in charge. New era. Peter Paulaitis is now the captain. Callahan clipped. Free kick for Olympic. Olympic glad to break their run of 8 straight losses a few weeks ago. Like a bit more freedom with their play. Callahan almost nutmeg the referee. Fujita finds Kim dropping the shoulder. Hong chests it away. Sekenis. Jack Armson. Hong in that number 6 role. Olympic, this is better, knocking it around, keeping possession. Once again, ball goes astray. Marconi venturing forward once more. This looks dangerous. Daniel this time, showing his footwork. Cutting it back inside. Jesic, he's already got one. Falls again for Marconi. And the flag went up, so offside. Marconi arguing the toss, but it's in vain. The assistant referee was sure of it. Score remains 1-0. So another scare there for Olympic. Just so potent up front. Marconi. Undefeated at home. The Stallions. 3 victories and big victories at that so far. Wins here against Manly 4-1. SD Raiders 6-1. And Apia on the opening day 2-1. How important is that result going to be in the race for the first past the post? Because as we said, it's the top 3. Sydney United, Apia and Marconi, the top 3. And a bit of daylight before we get to Wollongong and Rockdale. Gordon, ball deflected. Marconi win the second ball. Maya, so much control. Tyrone Burney, ex-Blacktown City. Grew up in the Blacktown area before coming over a few years ago. Armson starting to work into his work. Jack Armson puts the ball forward, but taken safely by Olorovic. Armson in midfield once more. I love kick-starting the attack from this right-hand side. Franco Maya cutting in. Bending a ball, looking for Daniel, the header! Tipped over by Orlovic. That is an impressive save. How was that not 2-0? Lovely ball from Armson. And then the header just tipped over the bar. On half an hour, Marconi making the ball sing. Franco Maya. Bernie presents as a short option, which he ignores. Looking in the middle. Towards a back stick. Tankwol! Can't quite put it on targets. He's always there. He's always lurking. And dare say, that won't be his last time of asking either. Orlovic made some great saves last week against Sydney United 58. He's in good form. And he's keeping Sydney Olympic in this game. Trying to turn defence into attack. But Fujita was offside. They do look quite good on the counter-attack, Olympic. Joel Wade, the goalkeeper, pushing everybody forward. They like playing on the front foot. To Marconi. Long ball. Marconi, it's at their feet again. Like ball magnets in this part of the ground. Armsen tried to turn and shoot. And Kukaka just shielded off the ball. Daniel up the line. A very neat pass. And that's a free kick. Could be a yellow card, and it is. So first yellow of the night. The tackle was important. Peter Paulaitis is the man in the book. Dangerous challenge. So we'll remember that. On 32 minutes, the skipper has to go in the book. So we've got one captain who scored a goal in Marko Jesic, and the other captain, Peter Paulaitis, who has a yellow card. Another set piece coming for the home side. Plenty of tricks in their arsenal. Marconi with the free kick. Drizzle towards goal. Header was blocked originally. And then an air swing. Marconi again taking the ball wide. Going to cross in. There is the cross near post. Paulaitis tucks it away. Fujita. Referee said the contact was fine. Franco Maya playing wide. Switching deep on the head of Sikenes. Can't quite find the goal mouth. Sydney Olympic player down. They toiled very hard in this first half. Have Sydney Olympic. Here's Yuto Fujita. Coming over from J-League 2. Playing with Osaka. Politis. Here comes the press from Jesic. Lenaric wins the header. Armson. Jesic again. Still chasing around these youngsters. Here's Marko Jesic. So quick between the ears, especially. Hong fires the ball long, snuffed out by Lenaric. Hooker goes down. Jesic couldn't reel that one in. It'll be a throw.
Very exciting half-time activation thanks to our great sponsors, Windsor Bakery. So, if you want to take part in the cannoli eating challenge, and I'll explain more at half-time, we need 6 people from the stands.
Marconi again. Quinton Blair. Keen to get involved too.
We'll see if you will be one of the competitors in our half-time activation. So please make your way down to the tunnel if you'd like to take part in our half-time activation.
Wade. Nice turn from Sekenis. He's dispossessed. Politis. Good turn from Olympic. Turns it over. Story of the night so far. De Silva. Back heel, Kim. Tried to tee up Fujita. Maya wins the free kick. Callahan arguing there wasn't much he could do. Team Qual heading over halfway as well. Goalkeeper Wade will take care of this one. Trying to use his body there, Sekenis. $11 goals so far. Damien Sekenis. Lual from Western Sydney Wanderers has 8. And Moody Najjar of Rockdale has 7. So a big lead in the Golden Boot race. And with an attack like Marconi, got plenty of opportunities. Here's another one. For the peel off his man. Hong. Giasson looking up. Hong again. Qual finds his chest. South Sudan international as of just recently. Blair finds Jesic. Looking for a pass for Sekenis. Eventually finds his feet. Looking to go through all of Damien Sekenis. Does a pretty good job too. Left a few Olympic players on the ground. Maya trying to swoop. It's a tough challenge. Could have been a free kick either way. I think they'll go first one to Olympic. Maya was involved in that, but it was Jesic who fell uncomfortably. Clutching his head, which you don't like to see. Olympic wasting no time. Lenaric gets in front and wins his challenge. Advantage played. Giasson thought about going to Gordon. Plays up the line instead. Armson, heavy touch, and then the chest. Well done from Jack Armson. Maya. Burney. Up the touchline. Tyrone Burney. The cross, it's well weighted. Bicycle kick attempt from Jesic. Tell you what, he wasn't far away either. If he would have got a good connection, would have been top bins. There's just some nice fluidity with their play, and that's a very dangerous challenge. The box animated from Marconi, players coming in. It didn't look like a very good challenge. The referee having to separate the players. Marko Jesic explaining to the referee, Meyer as well. And now the players need to be separated coming in. Heated discussions, heated confrontations. Sekenis there as well, trying to be pulled apart. And now Marko Jesic just chatting to the referee in a calm manner. Both teams pulled apart, and now the referee will consult his assistant referee and the fourth official to get word on the next steps. Because the last thing Sydney Olympic need is to be down to 10 men. On 40 minutes. Yellow card is the verdict. So Captain Belaitis getting the run through, as is Marko Jesic. The referee saying he doesn't want any of that business. Don't want players running in. Of course, it is a fiery derby, and that's what we said off the top, reigniting one of the fiercest rivalries. Both these teams would have spoken all week about what it means when it's Marconi taking on Sydney Olympic. So it's a free kick for Marconi. George Daniel bends in across off the chest of Milinaric. Fujita, Giason. Hong being pressed by Jesic. And Armson wins the ball. Qual looking forward, trying to tee up Sekenis. Still going, Qual. Heavy touch, and it's shadowed behind by Giason. Marconi just playing at a different speed tonight. Pressuring Sydney Olympic into errors. Around the grounds at Penshurst Park, St George City. No score, Sutherland no score. It's a tough place to play at Penshurst Park. 1-0 Marconi lead. And of course, earlier today, Apia took the lead on the NPL New South Wales ladder. Victory over Sydney United. Ball falls for Jesic. Wanted to tee up his marksman. Releases George Daniel. Down that left-hand touchline, Daniel trying to beat two Sydney Olympic players. And knocking it out of play. The crowd starting to get involved. 2-on-1. Daniel tried to find his way through. Was obstructed by two Olympic players. Jesic. Daniel kills it into the night sky. Falls for Meyer. Those quick feet of Meyer. Drills it low. Taken safely by Odolovic. Qual snuffs that one out. A magic pass to Jesic. And the finish off the post. That itself was almost magical. Jesic already has a goal. That one would have been the pick of the bunch in a brace tonight. Marconi, the entertainers, all of a sudden. Quoll. Looks up. Bernie makes a run. Olympic need to hang on before half-time, entering the last minute of normal time before we hit injury time in the first half. It's been all Marconi. All the possession. Armson couldn't get the cross in. Fujita, he's quick. Looking up. Yuto Fujita. Bernie tries to commit the foul. Too strong to get past that one. De Silva plays wide. Gets it back from Kim. It's a little bit heavy the pass. Now it's Marconi's turn. 2 minutes of added time in the first half. Wade hasn't had too much to do in goal. Game being played in Marconi's attacking half. Menarich. The chest of Jesic. Force for Callahan. Nice work to get past Quoll. And they win the free kick. A yellow card for 10 Quoll. So Olympic. Is this the opening they need? In injury time. How often do we see goals conceded at this point? Marconi lead 1-0, but is that all going to change? Good chance to go direct. Marcus Fernandez, of course the brother of Mason Fernandez for Sutherland. Well, this is Marcus Fernandez. A 5-man wall in front of him. Going to see if he can set Marconi Stadium alight. Fernandez! Sprays it across. So that one can't hit the target. Looks like their best opportunity tonight. It's in the Olympic, or so far. At the dead ball. We're going to go to half-time. Only 1-0. So still very much in this one, Sydney Olympic. And there is the half-time whistle here at Marconi Stadium. At the break, it's the Marconi Stallions 1, who leads Sydney Olympic 0. It's a header in the 20th minute from Marko Jesic that separates the two sides. Marconi controlling possession. Sydney Olympic very gritty and resolute. Let's see how this plays out in the next 45 minutes. Join us back in about 10 minutes' time for all the second half action here on the NPL New South Wales YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, about 35-minute mark.
All Marconi, hey. Both teams back out for the second half here at Marconi Stadium. It's the home side with a 1-goal advantage, courtesy of their skipper, Marko Jesic, scoring in the 20th minute a header off a great assist from Franco Maya. I'm Tony Salerno, 45 minutes to go this evening, and a little bit of change. Marconi with the carrot dangling. They could move into second position on the ladder. 1 point behind Apia in the race for first past the post. We're only midway through the year, but it looks like the big three are trying to make ground on each other. Sydney Olympic, plucky in the first half. Going to see again if they can cause an upset or get a result against one of their traditional rivals. Well, Sydney Olympic knocked Marconi out of the Hart Australia Cup a few weeks ago. Max Lubaric scoring the goal. We might see him a little bit later. Sydney Olympic going to get on the front foot in this second half. A really good chance. Header couldn't go on target from Callahan. Sekenis, his first look in the second half. Damien Sekenis coming central. Still has a ball at his feet. Referee happy with the challenge. Giason. Let it down from Kukaka. Jesic. Armson gets involved, the midfielder. Olympic who venture wide, both teams end-to-end to start this second half. It's a nice ball. I like this shaped across. Last touch off Marconi. This is more like it from Sydney Olympic. They win a corner. Opening seconds of the second half. Short corner presented. Right-footed in-swinger. Header. Hong. Header from him and then knocked behind by Marconi. Fujita showing glimpses of his star power in this league. Short corner this time. Fujita. Spinning, trying to find a way through. Good defending from Marconi. Olympic win the throw. Fernandez. Another throw for Olympic. So what are they cooking here? Trail by a goal. Going to get off the foot of the table. Olympic. Ball bounces nicely. Giason. Kukaka wins the ball back. He's originally losing it. There he is. Sebastian Kukaka. Giason wanted a first-time cross. Knocked out a play by Busek. Kukaka at the byline. Giason gets the cross in this time. Headed away by Qual. Fernandez finds Giason on the chest. Kukaka. Almost a rugby league tackle by Daniel. And the referee's seen it. Knocked the ball over the top and then hit him around the waist. So Olympic trying to go get the game. One goal. They trail by. Marcus Fernandez. Trying to put this on the head of one of his chasers, Gordon. Hong in the box. Who can Fernandez pick out? Up they rise. Ball falls favourably. Eventually cleared for Meyer. Fernandez wins the throw again. A dangerous ball. Nothing coming from it though. Ball like this goes all the way back. Orlovic had plenty of work to do in the first half. Some great saves, particularly tipping one over the bar early. Lenaric. Long ball for his captain Jesic, just over his head. Lenaric, of course, part of the Sydney FC Academy and the Marconi Player of the Year last year. Busek knocks the ball into midfield. Hong. And a handball. Wasn't going to find his chest. So got the arm involved. Free kick for the Stallions. Long ball looking for Busek. Gierson looking up. Kukaka, former Sydney United player. Switches wide. This looks promising. Overlapping run. Was made by Wozenjak, who came on at halftime. Fernandez has time. Brings Gordon into it. Kukaka, nice ball. Callahan trying to get in behind Lenaric. Does well, the Marconi defender. Hong. Trapping the ball. Nutmeg on Busek. Certainly much more enthusiasm from Olympic, and they're starting to string passes together. Daniel knocks the ball long. Daniel gets in front. Elects to knock it out of play. It'll be a throw for Olympic. They don't want to put Lenaric under pressure. Gordon sees the pond, needed to get to that ball quickly. Last touch off Olympic. So both teams filling each other out to start this second half. A few good corner opportunities for Olympic. Early doors in the second half. No score at half-time between St George City and Sutherland. And Marconi with a chance again. Polaitis goes right back to Orlovic. Qual wins the header. Armson. Jesic. His first involvement of the second half has Bernie overlapping. Finds Bernie. First time cross. Bending over the top. Be a goal kick. Tyrone Bernie. You speak to players around the league. The one word they use to describe him is rapid. So quick. The right wing back for Marconi. Hong gets up for the header. Try to set the compass the right way. Our Olympic. Gordon. Orlovic finds a contest he likes. Ball drops in the midfield, and again it's Malaric. And Blair as well. Hoiks the ball forward. Ball like this. Hong. Gierson. Well done to win the throw. It's a tough couple of weeks for Sydney Olympic. They take on Sydney FC away, and Blacktown City away, and then the SD Raiders at home. So we're almost back to our round one fixtures. Kim looking to seize on the ball. It's Fujita. Out comes Wade. Nearly hits a touch, the goalkeeper. Ziggy Gordon, will he have a shot? Will they get time? The Marconi, the Sydney Olympic goalkeeper out of position. Marconi play wide through Busek. Such great feet. Matej Busek. Watch them here. Playing square. Blair. His shot deflected. And it'll be a corner for Marconi. Sydney Olympic, to their credit, have earned a lot more possession to start this second half. 10 minutes into the second half. Still Marconi with the 1 goal advantage. Matej Busek. Marshalling his troops. Delivers towards the back post. Header into the middle. Tenqual couldn't get the ball. Ziggy Gordon was the man who done well enough to get his team out of trouble. Josip Orlovic, another one, former Sydney United 58, only 21 years old, already the number 1 for Olympic. Ball drops into midfield, Fernandez. He's looking good on the ball. Nice pass, Kukaka. Tries a back heel himself. Hong. Gordon flicks it on. Bosanjuk, one of the substitutes at the left back position. But Olympic are dispossessed, and off go Marconi. Hong, the former Moreton Bay Excelsior player. They were part of the Australian Championship in 2025. From up in Queensland. Jesic. His header. Now Olympic through Kukaka. Daniel snuffs it out, but only for a moment. Fernandez. Kukaka. Both teams want the free kick. And it's going to be Blair who wins it for his side. Quinton Blair. Quinton Blair coming over from America. From St. Louis. In Missouri. We've seen a couple of players from North America, so the USA and Canada, playing the NPL. Of course, Dredon Kelly, one of those for Apia as well, the Canadian. And who can forget, although started as an Aussie, Harrison Devonish-Mears from Rockdale. Now plying his trade as the number 1 for Sydney FC. Norwich plays long. Headed into midfield. And away go Olympic. I like this. Greek music breaking out behind the Olympic defence. Spurring on the players. Hong. Ball deflected. Norwich wins the ball. Busek playing with his defender. Here he goes again. Matej Busek. And wins a free kick. Referee Eric Sabah. Getting the players in position. So Marconi, the second part of that first half, are on fire. Ball sticking, a free flow to their game. Been stunted to start this second half. As we enter the final third of this game. Armson delivers towards Qual. Wins the header, does 10 Qual. The referee has seen an infringement before that. Olympic would love if they could jag a result. Spoil the plans of the Stallions. Both these teams look very different, even from a few years ago when they were both powerhouses. Of course, Olympic in a rebuild. New players coming in. Gierson. 1-2, gets it back and delivers it for Kukaka, who keeps it in at the byline. Sebastian Kukaka. He's dispossessed. Sekenis drops in. Mlnaric. Fernandez. Kim. Tried to play Callahan. That ball not strong enough. Bernie intercepts. Stallions galloping and Maya couldn't get to that ball. The Olympic teams that won silverware, of course, the likes of Darcy Burgess, Will Angel. Nicholas Soras. Really good players leading the line as well. Ollie Pufflet, Adam Parkhouse. The squad has definitely rotated. And it's Quinton Blair who's asked for assistance. Marconi maybe readying themselves here for a substitute. Crowd calling for Liam Saba. Wanting to get him into the game for Sydney Olympic. Wouldn't be a bad choice too. Quinton Blair getting attended to.
Substitution for Sydney Olympic, number 10, Lucas Williams, will replace number 21, Sebastian Kukuka.
And there is the substitution. Sebastian Kukaka coming off and onto the field. In jersey 10, Lucas Williams for Sydney Olympic. Look out for Williams coming onto the ground, taking up his position. So more fresh legs for Olympic. 25 minutes from home. Marconi lead 1-0. Mlnaric knocks it long. Now Blair can come back onto the field. Gordon. Wozenchuk. Looking up, finding Fernandez. He hits the chest of Qual. Daniel. Going one-on-one with Williams. Daniel couldn't quite keep the ball in. The assistant referee has his flag up. So this game turned into a real arm wrestle. Of course, Olympics sitting a little bit deeper in this second half. Plenty of time to get that one goal. Marconi get a second. Could be quite tough. Gierson. Here's Williams, his first involvement. Fernandez moving at pace, couldn't quite reel that one in. Jesic. Now Franco Maya, who lit it up in the first half and wins a free kick. Now happy to foul him to stunt the flow of Marconi's game. Marconi looking to knock it around. Bernie getting beyond his man. Crosses into the middle. Off the foot of Jesic. And then Armson skies the ball. Couldn't quite bring it down. And an opportunity goes begging for Marconi. The thermometer continues to drop in Sydney's West. Qual sends it back to where it came from. Polaitis getting in front. A throw for Marconi. George Daniel with his left hand taped up. Marich sends it high, wants a Jesic header. That's what led to the first goal this evening. Fernandez plays long, Callahan. One-on-one with Qual. Tried to cross. Tang Qual knocks it out of place. It'll be a throw for Olympic. And now Mlinaric. We don't see this very often, clutching his groin. Key part of their central defence. Spoke about him being player of the year last year for Marconi. Talk about some of the great centre-backs. And more recently for Marconi, Nathan Milgate, the Speranza brothers as well, over time. Trying to get some movement in there for Anton. Spent some time in the Brisbane Raw A-League setup as well. He'll hobble to the touchline. I don't want to lose one of your central defenders. Especially when it's 1-0, you're ahead. And here comes the substitution, another one. It's time for Marconi. And it is Cameron Windust. He's going to come onto the field for the Marconi Stallions. Cam Windust, part of the Central Coast Mariners Academy. Ball in. Dangerous opportunity. Cleared away by Buzek. Sekenis hasn't seen much of the ball tonight. Look at that in a tight space. Damien Sekenis shows his class. Quinton Blair. And here is a new man, Cam Windust. Long ball forward first up. Gordon headers it to midfield. Fernandez, all in the one motion from Marcus Fernandez. Olympic venture forward. In transition. What can they come up with? At the byline, cross into the middle. Falls favourably. First time shot. Deflected away from Fernandez. It'll be a corner. So Olympic still hanging around. An improvement from last week, or down the road last week at Sydney United Sports Centre. Comfortable 3-0 victory for Sydney United 58. This time, come to the home of the Marconi Stallions. They trail 1-0. They go the short corner. Callahan floats it into the box, flicked on by Polithius. Williams. His opposite number, Yesic. Off goes Bernie's. Come from the right to the left, Tyron Bernie. Sizing up Williams. 2-on-1. And Marconi win the day. So it'll be a Marconi ball. George Daniel taking his time coming to the touchline. Former Western Sydney Wanderers Academy products. Busek. Nice flick for Daniel. Ball placed into the box. Opportunity here for Marconi Sikenis. His attempt blocked. Fujita. Heavy touch from Fujita, but that's okay. Polaitis. Hong. And Giason. Yesic looking to press. Orlovic. Header from Maya. It'll be a throw for Olympic. So we mentioned next week, Marconi away against Northwest Sydney Spirits. Then they take on Apia. That's going to be the big game in 2 weeks' time. That'll be at Lambert Park. Distant shots from Franco Maya, but taken safely by Josip Orlovic. Currently the game finishes this way. Birding headers forward. It'll be the Stallions moving into second. They started the round in third. Best differential in the league. Plus 18, Apia 16. And Sydney United 58, plus 15. But something tells me the Stallions aren't finished with their scoring. Sekenis played wide. Keeps it in on the touchline. Gets beyond Wozenjak. Damien Sekenis tearing it on goal. Goes down, and the referee says no penalty, but it'll be a corner. So a corner for Marconi. Another chance for them. 17 minutes remaining. Franco Maya will step up and deliver. Maya has the likes of Kual and Yesic to aim at in the middle. Maya. Header from Kual. Just couldn't get it online. And Orlovic almost takes the tumble, trying to get the ball back. So Marconi, one of their best chances. Haven't been able to play that free-flowing style They did in the first half. Olympic have dug the claws in. Gierson up the line. Sending Callahan on his way. That's a dangerous ball. And Wade does enough. Jesic knocks it back for Armson. Busek. Snuff him out that time, Williams. Nicky Gordon. Josh Hong. Laying forward for Daniel. Jesic. Nudges Hong in the back. Free kick for Sydney Olympic. Gordon venturing forward. Jack wanted to make the overlapping run. Here it is from Fujita. Coming to the byline. Had a yellow card against Marconi. Marko Jesic arguing the toss with the referee, but nothing's going to change. Olympic, is this where they get the equaliser? A really good opportunity from the corner flag. A crowded 6-yard box. Polaitis at his feet. Cleared away by Armson. Bodolovic. The shot stopper for Olympic. We test it again. Flag goes up. Damien Sekenis offside. He's been threatening to break through. Has Damien Sekenis. Still time with 13 minutes. Marconi, 1-0 up against Sydney Olympic. Wozenjak. And another strong challenge by Olympic on that far touchline. Results from today. Wanderers and Wollongong Wolves played out a scoreless draw. SD Raiders and Northwest Sydney Spirit did the same. Apia, 2-1 victory over Sydney United 58. In the game we're calling live. Marconi Stallions 1, leads Sydney Olympic 0. And St George City 0 with Sutherland on 68 minutes. Of course, tomorrow, Mother's Day. 2 games. Blacktown City taking on the St George Saints. And Rockdale taking on Sydney FC. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers celebrating tomorrow. Lucas Williams. Gierson. His cross. Touched by Daniels. It'll be a throw. Of course, Manly 2-0 victors on Friday night against UNSW. Fernandez looks up. He's looked one of the most promising. Curls the ball into the box. Tenqual kicks it back to him. Fernandez once more. Intercepted by Armson. Gordon, this interchange of passing. Qual gets in front with authority. We're to enter the last 10 minutes of this game. An arm wrestle of a second half. The goal early from Jesic. Marconi, if they double their advantage, that could be enough tonight. Turn from Busek. Tries to catch a keeper off his line. And always floating away. Long and strong. Your of the day from Orlovic. And a one by Maya. Sekenis trying to get in front. And he's won the challenge. Damien Sekenis bearing down on goal. Nice turn from Sekenis. There's three defenders. And Sekenis gets the shot away, but with no real power. That would have been some goal for the Golden Boot leader. Marconi asking their players to lock in for 10 more minutes, and then the job will be done. Maya playing Sekenis wide. He's getting more looks now. Damien Sekenis cutting inside. Sekenis playing along for Armson. Falls for the midfielder. First attempt unsuccessful, and the second one into the hands of Orlovic. Could have put it to bed right there, Marconi. Maya couldn't stop the ball. Callahan. Nice turn from Olympic. Space and time for Ben Gierson. Looking up. Curling it into the box. And the touch over the top. Couldn't quite bring it down. That may have been Olympic's best chance to equalise. Not this time from Kim. Going to go to the substitutes bench once more for the visitors. Marcus Fernandez comes off. Daniel Wong comes on. Another attacker on for Olympic as they try and search for that equaliser. Is there one more goal left in this game? Polaitis getting in front. Daniel sending Busek on the run. Wong, his first touch. Josh Hong didn't get enough angle on that pass for Tyrone Burney. Here goes Burney accelerating through midfield. Pass too heavy, and he'll go behind for a goal kick. Physio coming out, this time to attend to Jun Yong Kim. He's been in everything tonight. It's been a real battle in that midfield. The trainer has said we need a substitution. So his night is done. Kim hobbling from the ground. And a rather unexpected change. Here is Kim coming from the field. Max Liberich. Liberich comes onto the ground. Of course, he scored the goal, which won Olympic the Australia Cup tie. Awkward but well handled. But was that a boot striking out from Orlovic? A red card, a straight red card for the goalkeeper. Looked to have that one contained, and then the studs right to the heads of Maya And the Sydney Olympic goalkeeper has been sent off. Josip Orlovic didn't have to push out the way he did. Trying to explain himself to the referee, but it means very little. So Anthony Carreras, the backup goalkeeper, didn't think he'd be needed to be used tonight. Come into the game. So it's not going to be a substitution goalkeeper-wise. They're going to use an outfield player. So this is extraordinary. 5 minutes from time. The goalkeeper as an outfield player. And his first attempt, trying to stop a penalty from Marko Jesic. Good luck. Marko Jesic has stepped up so many times for Marconi. He's already got one tonight. Looking to put this to bed for the Stallions. There it is. Il Capitano has two. And Marconi are rolling towards 3 points. 2 goals for Marconi. What a crazy last minute. Josip Orlovic gives away a penalty, trapping the ball and then kicking out. No substitution, not the backup goalkeeper, an outfield player. Put him in goals and he was no chance of stopping that thunderbolt from Marko Jesic. And with 3 minutes of normal time left, plus more, and it looks to be Marko Jesic.
Number 8, Adam Bulgaria, replaced the goal scorer, number 10, the captain, Marco Jesic.
So Marko Jesic comes off, Adam Bulgaria comes in, Sunday Iona comes on for Franco Maya. So the 2 most dangerous players tonight for Marconi have been replaced. Crowd's been chanting for some time. Sunday on a Saturday, and that's what they've got. Iona onto the field. 2 minutes of regulation time to go. Williams tries to cross it into the box, but it's blocked by Busek. Bulgaria spinning in the challenge now. Armson has it. Marconi will fancy themselves against the goalkeeper as well. Hong. Iona getting forward, his first involvement. Sunday Iona tried to place Ikenis. Full of energy, Sunday Iona. Busek. Iona, 18-yard box high. Plays Daniel. Has a shot, why not? And it was touched by the goalkeeper, so it's a corner. No, the referee said there was no touch. Looked a little bit sus. A few nerves from the goalkeeper coming on. Only 5 minutes remaining. Marconi away at Northwest Sydney Spirit next week. Sekenis is still out there. He'll fancy himself to try and get goal number 12 for the campaign and continue his golden boot lead. That's what Marconi intend on doing. Sliding in and winning the ball. But it's a free kick for Olympic. Sydney Olympic away against Sydney FC next weekend. Rockdale. Another substitution for Marconi. Quinton Blair this time.
Number 27, Antonio Marvello. Replace number 23, Quinton Blair.
Antonio Marvello, the youngster coming onto the field. Quinton Blair done for the night. We've just seen 6 minutes of added time tonight. So we're into that stoppage time now. Is there a goal somewhere in that? Tyron Burney pulled by the arm by Fujita. Marconi sending everybody forward in search of this third goal. You feel like in this title race, a lot will come down the goal difference. So you want to get that nice and healthy. Go quickly. Bulgaria playing wide, but Giason read that pass. George Daniel tried to get Sekenis in behind. Lubruic. His pass snuffed out. Yona wants it, and he gets it. Sunday Yona was offside according to the assistant referee. So Sydney Olympic mounts it to the bottom of the table. No improvement tonight. It's been a resolute performance. They've played some tough opposition the last few weeks. Hong ups it wide. Callahan dispossessed. Bulgaria chipped, but Sekenis knew he was offside. They're going to get it right eventually, you feel. 4 minutes of normal time left. Ball like this. Finds Giason, trying to nutmeg Yona, and off goes Sunday Yona. Wins the ball. Goes down. The referee said he was happy with the shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Nothing untoward there. Of course, tomorrow Blacktown City taking on St George Saints, and Rockdale taking on Sydney FC. The Stallions through Sekenis. Tried to tee up Bulgaria. Wong. That pass doesn't find the mark. Marvello. So a couple of near misses from Marconi. Ball falls in the path of Sydney Olympic. The cross towards the back stick over the head of Callahan. So that'll be 5 wins in a row for Marconi. One of the longest streaks in the competition. Sydney United 58, gone down the last few weeks in competition. Apia's caught up and now have Marconi. They'll go to 34. 1 point behind Apia on 35. 2 weeks' time. So here calendars. Apia and Marconi, 1 versus 2. Bulgaria plays wide and then chases the ball. That was returned to him. Marconi, do they want to go quickly? Try and get one more goal here. The clock going to beat everyone by the looks of things. Tyrone Burney, been one of the best for Marconi. Armson. Referee played advantage, but eventually pulled it up. Free kick for Olympic. Everybody headed forward for Olympic. Burney flying through the sky, wasn't able to get the ball. Wong. Throw going the way of Marconi. Of course, Olympic playing with 10 after Josip Orlovic was sent off, the goalkeeper. Burney couldn't keep that one in. It's been a brave performance by Sydney Olympic, as we said, in derbies or in big games. The best often step up, and tonight that's been Marconi. At full time, the Marconi Stallions 2 have defeated Sydney Olympic 0. It was a brace for the captain, Marko Jesic. A header in the first half, a penalty in the second, meant that Marconi kept on their winning ways. 5 in a row for the Stallions, and they head to the Arctic Circle to take on Northwest Sydney Spirit. For Sydney Olympic, task doesn't get any easier. They take on Sydney FC away from home. But the Marconi Stallions flexing their muscles. They're now within 1 point of first place Apia, who they take on in a couple of weeks. I'm Tony Sleno. Thank you for joining us on the NPL New South Wales YouTube channel. From here at Marconi Stadium, it's bye for now.
Marconi Stallions actually thanks you for your attendance and wishes you a safe journey home. Our next home match is round 17 against the Rockdale Fielders on Saturday, 8:30 for Bay.
Thanks for that. Yeah. Yeah, it did blow out the way I thought it might.
Yeah,
Could have been over.
they would have probably soaked a bit earlier.
Yeah, true.